Okay, so you should have tried this one on your own first. If you haven't, stop this, try it on your own. So Caleb has a bit of a gambling problem. He started with 200 and loses $20 every hour. So again, we're going to try to find an equation in this form, y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, or that pattern, and b is the y-intercept, or the initial value. So looking at it, Caleb has a gambling problem. He started with 200. Started with 200 right away lets me know that's going to be my B, because that's the initial value. He's starting with 200 and he loses 20 every hour. So since he's losing, that's going to be like a minus 20. So your equation here will be y equals your slope, which is negative 20. X plus the $200, which was the y-intercept. Just labeling what x and y are. Actually, sorry, let me slow down a little bit. For this is the correct equation that models this situation. Caleb started with 200 and he loses 20 every hour. So the reason there's a minus sign there is because he's losing 20. Let's say he was a winner and he gained 20 every hour, then it wouldn't be a negative 20. So if you had this, check your work, see if you got that negative in there. And then the 200 is not negative because he started with actual $200. If I would have said like, oh, he already was in debt 200, then that would switch this to negative. So check your answer there. Make sure you're good. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. From there, we have to just label what x and y represent. X is usually a time, 20 every hour. So when is this pattern happening? It's happening every hour. It could be minutes, years, whatever. The y it's not going to be the 200. So we need these to represent stuff. So the 200 is already covered here. X is the hours. Y is going to be the total of whatever we're talking about. So in this case, it's money. So it's just going to be his money. How much money does he have after a certain amount of hours? Okay. Using this equation you created above, how much money will Caleb have after 6 hours of gambling? So if you haven't done this problem already, go ahead and pause and see if you can try it on your own. If not, I'm going to go ahead and continue through. So using the equation you created above, that would be this one, y equals negative 20x plus 200. How much money will Caleb have after 6 hours? So what you can do is you can actually just plug in the 6 hours in for your x. So I'm going to do y equals negative 20. But instead of x, that's where I'm going to go ahead and plug in 6, because this is 6 hours. So this is like saying he loses 20 bucks every hour, but he's playing for 6 hours, but he started with 200. So let's go ahead and multiply these. Negative 20 times 6, y equals, that should be negative 120 plus 200. And then I'm going to go ahead and just combine these. Negative 120 plus 200 should be 80, positive 80. So then your full sentence would be, after 6 hours of gambling, what's this guy's name? Caleb has, and then this final answer represents the total money. So he has $80. Okay? And that's how you can use these equations to find certain values. Again, if you have any questions about this, please reach out to me. You guys are going to have some practice problems on your own where you get to just write the equation below. So I believe the next ones, they won't ask you for any plug-in value. You're just going to go ahead and write those equations.